fantastic crowd, and you're in very good hands. I do mean that Support Live Comedy, Support Live Entertainment has been this man's motto for 400 shows, babe. He has been here showing me the love, and I cannot wait to return that affection back to him. Our headliner this evening for this episode of Taps, Apps, and Laughs is none other than Tommy J. Warren, everyone.
How is everyone doing tonight? As you can tell, I don't need a microphone. But I will use one because it looks really good in pictures. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I've got my aunt and uncle all the way here from Oshawa to see me tonight. I got my super fans all the way from Kitchener to come out tonight. And more importantly, all of you, thank you so much for coming out to be part of my 400th show and my anniversary. And it is true, I do have 7 kids. It's not my fault. I like playing with the box they come in. But more importantly, sometimes I just don't know how to pull out. And that's important only because I'm a truck driver. Yeah, I'm the one truck driver that can't back out. So, but I'm going to digress on that. We all heard Ronald talking about his little zipper incident. Can't believe he said the word penis. But
it's the best choice of word.
The acorn doesn't fall far from the mighty oak. Because unfortunately, I had a very similar incident, which is the reason why I don't wear a zipper on my boots anymore. You're all going to get that on the way home. Zipper on his boots and his dick was stuck. So when that happened, I had to go to the hospital because it was really bad. And I swelled much bigger. And I'm a big guy. Even I could see it at that point. Okay, I'm the friggin' letter P. I haven't seen my feet in 20 years, let alone that. Or if I make it, you guys will get that too. So while I was there, I'll never forget my nurse's name. Her name was Minnie Murph. And she was very enthralled about my swelling. And she goes to me and she goes, "Can I take a cast of that?" And I was like, "What do you want? Why do you want to do a cast of my member?" And she's like, "I've got an idea." So ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, they sell it as the Mudbuster. You know, it's one of those things where it's for your dog's feet. That's what they marketed it as. But this was based on the mold of some swelling to me. And in the bottom it says, "Friends in low places." So I think that woman made a lot of money off me. But I bought this because I'm on the road a lot. Like I said, I have 400 shows. And that's in 3.5 years. So I'm on the road a lot. And because I'm a Canadian comic, I don't make a lot of money. So I was looking for something for, there's kids here. For me. You know, like women have toys, right? I know you got them, Grandma. So I went down to the Love Shop and I was pricing out some of these toys. Does anybody in here know the price of what a pocket pussy goes for in 2026?
No.
I know you know, Jordan, because you got one in each pocket. They're like $300 friggin' dollars. Would you pay $300 for a fake vagina? Hell no. I'm a Canadian comic. I can't afford it. So I went to my second favorite place to buy things. Facebook Marketplace. And I found one. It didn't last long. Then I came across this. Now, I don't know if any of you got a real good look inside of it. The teeth, those are silicone fingers. And what's great is I can take this to work, so I've got a device for me, and put it on my desk, and my boss goes, "He's staying hydrated." Stick a straw in it just to make sure. Don't make that mistake. That's not a milkshake you want. So, yeah. So as you guys can tell, I'm twisted, right?
Oh, yeah.
Canadian comic, I have to be. Growing up, I knew I wasn't right. I mean, I'm not good at push-ups, pull-ups, or sit-ups, but I'm really good at fuck-ups. You know? Like, I'm not the type of guy that'll run into a fire like superstar Dave over here. Let's give it up for the firefighters and first responders. They do that one job none of us want to do. Who would run into a building when it's on fire? I wouldn't run. If you see me running, run faster because something's chasing me. So, knowing there wasn't something right with me growing up, I begged my parents to get me tested. And it turns out I got something. I got OCD, which is no surprise. I hyper-focus on things. I just overanalyze crap. You know, the normal shit that normally implodes a marriage. But my wife has stuck through it all, and she's still with me. So I would like to say happy anniversary to my wife. It has been an incredibly long and winding road to get here, and I would go through every crazy ex-woman, every step to get here, knowing that she was at the end. So I love you very much. Thank you. Everyone loves her more than they love me. I can't compete with that. She's got a perk rack. I don't. Well, I'm not supposed to, but I do. So,
Wow.
like I ran downstairs the other day and I heard clapping and I couldn't understand what it was. There's no one behind me. Who else clapping? It was my thighs. But anyway. So the doctors told me, with your OCD diagnosis, because I was a young kid, I was about that dickhead's age. I can call him that. You'll find out later on in my day. So my doctor goes, but you know what? When you hit puberty and you go through the change, there's a strong possibility you're going to outgrow it. And I did. As I went through my adolescence, I outgrew OCD. I went from having OCD to obesity. I gained a letter. I don't know if that's how the part of the letter community works. Levi never filled me in whether I'm right or wrong. So, but with that diagnosis, I really hyper focus on things, and it's just absolutely atrocious. So much so, I do weird stuff as well. But the other day, about a month and a half ago, I was walking through Shoppers Drug Mart, and this is for the men in the room. If you ever see this product, don't buy it. It doesn't taste like the real thing. I've seen this product called Vagisil.
Oh yeah.
6 weeks to get that taste out of my mouth. Oh, it was horrible. So, yeah, I as you guys know, I like food, obviously. I'm fat. I know I am. But you see, my biggest problem is I've tried to lose weight so many times. But everywhere I go is my favorite sandwich. What's your favorite sandwich, sir? Meatball? That's a good choice. I've heard Reuben sandwiches, BLTs, club sandwiches. Mine's ice cream. I bought 2 boxes last week when I was shopping. The next day they were all gone. And I was like, friggin' kids ate, I got 7 kids, friggin' kids ate them all. That's when my wife goes, darling, the kids haven't been home in 2 days. I blame them anyway. right? That's the greatest part of having kids. And the one thing I love about kids is making kids. We'll cover your ears. Right? How many of us in here are parents? Or how many of us in here want to be parents? After seeing him on stage, I understand why we're all, the sacrament clinic's going to get a spike. But when me and my wife first started dating, why do all women put on their profile they like to go hiking? Fat guys like me don't hike. But anyway, I wanted to impress her. So we went for a hike. But I scouted the area where we were going for a hike before we went out. And I found the perfect spot. So as we were going for a hike, I kept getting to her. No one's around? Give me 30 seconds. I finally broke her down enough where she said, whatever, just get it over with. So we laid down and we started doing our taxes. And then I heard it. The train whistle. And I look up. I didn't know I was on tracks. Don't scout locations in the dark. But I wasn't stopping. And the train's getting closer. He's banging, that horn's going nonstop. He applies his brakes and he stops mere inches from us. He jumps out, runs down. What is your problem? And I said, sir, please, before you get upset, let me explain. You see, I was coming, she was coming, you were coming, but you were the only one with brakes. Thank you. I wanted to include that joke because Jordan, the gentleman there that looks like he belongs in a movie with a guy in a trench coat, he's a CN operator. That's how I met him. So, I'm not going to go into the rest. So, I like to do as much stuff with my kids as I can. Right? You know, when you guys were all younger, you remember laying down in the grass, looking up at the sky, seeing things in the clouds. What's one of the things you've seen in the clouds?
I don't know. Animals, shapes.
Animals, shapes, right? We've all seen them. I like looking out for boobs because boobs are cool. And if you ever see cloud boobs, they're worth it. You ever think the cloud just floats by, looks down, goes, there's a dick. Works both ways. If you're stoned, that joke makes a lot of sense. So, but we were sitting around last Sunday. We were watching a movie. I can't remember what movie we were watching, but there was a knock on the door, and I opened it. Two people standing there in a suit. One's holding the Bible. They don't know me. I know how this conversation is going to go. And before I could even say good day, hello, the one girl, she locked eyes with me and she goes, sir, have you found Jesus? And not thinking, because I know I'm an asshole, I go, did you lose him again? Maybe when you find him, try using bigger nails. How upset do you think Jesus would be today if he was to walk in that door right now and say, people, did you miss me? And we're like, oh yeah, the day you died, we call that Good Friday. That ends my religious part of the show. But I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about a journey that I've been on in the last few years. Some people in here already know this journey. I'm standing up here today, and I've kind of got that I really don't care what I say attitude. I'm sure you guys picked up on that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I have survived cancer, not once, not twice, but 3 friggin' times. My wife wants me, but not even cancer wants me, which I'm fine with. So, but because of my health, let's face it, we all know, you know, the only thing higher than my blood cholesterol and my blood pressure right now is the store across the street. I'm not in good shape. So every year I go in for a very in-depth physical. I know I'm going to get poked and prodded. I'm more than likely going to come. And I'm going to enjoy it. You've had the poke, right? You can't, oh, you're missing out, buddy. It's great. I'll give you the name of a good doctor. So I go into the doctors. I know what I got to do. I'm not shy. I know what I look like. I look like a natural disaster. So I get naked and I sit down on that table. Now, girls, this is a question for you. Put your hand up if you've told your partner that those stirrups lock. See how no one's got their hands up? Guys, those stirrups lock. So I'm sitting on that examination table. The stirrups are there. I pick my feet up and I put them in the stirrup. And I feel that little paper underneath me tear. So it's like one of those, it's not like the plastic. Do you remember the plastic on your grandparents' furniture? Do you know why everything was covered in plastic? People will say that it was so the kids didn't ruin the furniture. No, it's because your grandmother was a squirter. So I'm sitting on this bed and I fall through the paper and I clinch up I am fully tight now. And it was at that moment my legs decided they were going to spread faster than Ronald doing up his zipper. Show of hands. When you all see me tonight, who looked at me and went, "That guy does gymnastics"? Nobody did. So I am now locked in this table with my legs spread a lot wider than they should be. And that is when my doctor walked in. Now, when you walk into my doctor's office, you open the door. Right here is the exam table. All 300 pounds staring at him with a 1/4-inch fuse hanging out. He says nothing. He looks at me and goes, "Huh." And he goes over and he washes his hands. Comes back over to me and he goes, "Tom, we are going to start by checking for a hernia." You know they check a guy for a hernia, right? They cup your balls and they tell you to cough. He just washed his hands in the coldest water in the universe. And then grabbed part of me that's not supposed to be that cold. I was in total shock. I know I was in shock because I had this look on my face. And he told me to cough. So the absolute best cough I could get out was That's when my doctor looked up at me. I looked down. And that is when the magic happens. Have you ever involuntarily winked at someone? And I'm not talking about a little wink, guys. I had that shocked expression on my face. And I winked. It was a... He's still hanging on. I'm sure this happened in milliseconds, but in my mind it was an eternity. And I was like, oh no, what did I just do? I was so embarrassed, I wanted to crawl out, but I couldn't move. And then my mind goes to me and says, fuck it up some more. So what I did, I reverted to what I do when I am naked and someone is hanging on to my junk. I put my hand on his head. And he had this total look of shock on his face. I had a bigger look of shock, because at no point am I now in control of my body. And I remember my mind looking at me going, you're not done. So when you think it can't get worse, it does. Because there I am, he's hanging on. I got my hand on his head. And as he went to speak, that was when I rubbed my fingers through his hair. And that was the shock my body needed, which allowed me to unclench, pop out of that chair. I gave my doctor a kiss on the cheek. I don't know why. And I left the room. Anybody hear me say put my clothes back on? Take a wild guess what's beside my doctor's office. A freaking daycare! So that was tough to explain. But the worst part is I don't know how to tell my wife I've been dating my doctor for the last year. Next week is this year's physical. How the hell am I going to outdo last year's? I'm open to suggestions. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. This was my 400th show. I'm very glad I did it here. Cass has been very supportive of me, myself, yourself. Give it up to yourself again. But more importantly, please give it up for the one and only Mr. Levi Man.
That's 8 years of love and one hell of a Tuesday. One hell of a Tuesday. I love you all. Thank you very much for supporting. We do this every Tuesday.